everybody.
Good morning.
Hello, Sarah and Adam here with the Green Executive. So we wanted to talk to you about, can someone pick up where you leave off? And what we mean by that is if you couldn't come to work tomorrow. So that's like quick, right? All of a sudden something happened. Family tragedy, you yourself are injured. Nobody wants that to happen, but the reality is that it could. Let's think a different scenario, not so sudden, is you want to retire or you want to shift to a different role at your company or a different company. Can someone pick up where you leave off? Can someone step into your position, your role? How could they do that? Your job is to train up your replacement. In order to do that, you have to get information out of your head and let the company have it. You have to make it available to the company,
It's
right?
the company's information, so they need to be keeping it in one place to where everybody can access it, that needs to access it,
Right.
to continue the day-to-day.
So it wouldn't be fair for me to have Lindemann Lawn Care and Landscaping's information to myself. I should let Lindemann Lawn Care have that information, and in exchange, I don't need to burden myself, or shouldn't feel like I have to burden myself holding on to that information. So what we can do is set up processes, procedures, and basically pick a system and use it.
Right.
I mean, that's really what it comes down to. Let that system, your system of choice, ours is LMN, let that system have the information. So how this kind of was brought up is I'm going to tell you a story about my friend Linda. So Linda has been doing her jam gardening for 20 years. She and her partner, they know what they're doing. They know what the clients get. They have a recipe for each customer. They know the specific needs of each client. What if they don't want to do it anymore?
Right.
How can somebody go maybe with them at first, but then transition away? How can they step back from that role? And it kind of comes down to crew notes in LMN, making notes for each property and making that information accessible to somebody else. So that if I'm Linda, I don't have to go to each property myself. I don't have to be the one holding that information. It's not fair to me as Linda, and it's not fair to the company.
So it's kind of like, the way I'm kind of thinking about it is, you know how we have job descriptions for team members or employees when they start. You can have job descriptions for your jobs.
Right.
Right.
So here's our protocol, right? Here's what we do as a company. Here's what's special about this client. So if it's clear, hey, as a company, this is our plan, our package, what we offer. But then here's what's special about our clients, because so many of our clients do have those special things. You know, it's easier for us to slide them in a box, but we know, especially when you're doing things like gardening, they prefer a certain color. It's certain protocol from year to year that this client, in the relationship we've developed with them, or you bring on somebody new, you know, those notes of what this client wants. Is it fair for me to have it, or is it fair for the company to have it?
So I think what we're really trying to get at is get the information out of your head, get it down somewhere. We don't really prefer it to be on paper, but if it had to be, at least it's there in one central place that you can store it, like inside of a file somewhere. But get it in your software. Get it into your software to where you are looking at that on a daily basis. You're sending your crews out, and they have all that information in one central place.
Can they step into your shoes if you couldn't fill your shoes that day?
Be thinking about that. We'll talk to you next week. Take care. Bye.